The Unnatural is brought to you by Hermit's Nook Productions. The following is mature content. Listener discretion is advised. For many cops, the hardest thing to do is admit defeat. And it's never easy asking for help. And it's even harder when it feels like it falls on deaf ears. Yet oftentimes, the hardest part is asking for forgiveness. Barela sits at his desk. One hand rubs his temple, and the other holds his phone to his ear.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey there, Danny. It's your dad. I'm really sorry I missed your show. I tried to call, but Anyway, I'd really like to see you before your break is over. Yep. Okay. So call me back. All right. Bye, sweetie.
Hey, lunch is here.
Rafael notices Barela staring at his phone, lost in thought.
You all right?
Fine. I sent someone to pick up Eloy Ramirez for questioning. He and Liza are always getting high together, so if anyone saw anything before she stole that truck, it'd be Eloy.
Well, all right. I'm still waiting on surveillance footage from security cameras in the area, so.
Barela nods approvingly as he tosses a chip in his mouth.
Catching on.
Rafael steps out of the historic Plaza Hotel and pockets a USB drive. He hesitates when he sees the lights on in Hermit's Nook. Rafael crosses the park to the old Mystic shop. The gazebo is empty as he passes. Inside, the Mystic shop is lined with shelves upon shelves of every type of book imaginable. Scattered among the books are various mystic items, stacks of tarot cards and bushels of sage. Glass cases display old antique relics. A large iron sign hangs from the ceiling above the counter. It's an outline of the town's iconic mountain, Hermit's Peak. Aurora sits behind the counter, trying to tidy up. Most of her effort is spent fighting back tears.
Well, welcome to her... Rafael?
Why are you working, Rory? You should be upstairs resting. The shop can go a few days being closed.
I thought being busy would help, but...
Aurora gestures at her tear-streaked makeup. The shop seems lighter now, the shadows less dense.
The shop missed you.
I'm sorry. I should have come back sooner.
I get it. It's hard coming back to a familiar place as a stranger.
Aurora looks Rafael in the eye. She can see the fear he's hiding.
Something happened. What is it?
I need your help. There's something unnatural happening. I can feel it.
She stares into him, searching for a reason to turn him down.
I can't... Sugar or honey with your tea?
Eloy sits across from Barela. His stringy hair hangs in his face. He glares at the detective through the oily strands.
I can see you're excited to be here, so I'll cut to the chase, Eloy.
Please do, Detective.
Liza.
She's been doing some spooky shit lately.
Rafael sits at a small round table in the corner of the shop. Aurora across from him. Mugs of tea steam in their hands.
She was just gone. It doesn't make any sense. I haven't felt anything like that since before I left.
There's a lot of old magic here. Dark, unforgiving magic. Stay away from it. I'm serious.
You know I can't do that. Barela doesn't believe me, but if I can prove it, I might be able to change his mind.
Barela's aura is thick and black. Like smoke. He's bad news, Rafi.
I know. But he's a part of this, and something is coming. I feel it in my gut.
Why now? You didn't care before, so why now?
Because I'm not afraid anymore.
Oh. All right. Take me there.
Eloy's eyes dart back and forth as he recounts what happened.
The other night, she kept me awake. She was like circling the gazebo, gibbering some shit I couldn't understand. I kept telling her to shut up, but she just kept on and on. It was scary, man. Then she just stood there, all creepy. Seemed like hours.
She, hitting the crystal harder than usual lately.
Meth? Are you kidding me? Meth? We haven't seen any meth around here for months. Your narco-staters busted up all the labs.
So what's she on? What's causing her to act like this?
That's what I'm saying.
Eloy stands up, pulls both sleeves of his crime-stained sweatshirt up to reveal needle marks on both arms.
We've been on the Big H for months. We bang up on heroin, we don't do shit, just zone out. Look, bro, she'll break into those rich assholes' cabins to get a fix every now and then, but she don't make a habit of it, and she sure as hell ain't gonna carjack a damn truck.
Well, she did, didn't she?
That's what I'm saying. Spooky shit.
The highway looks different in the daylight. The snow-covered trees cast a bright glow over the shattered glass. Tire skid marks abruptly stop and give way to a large pool of dried blood at the end of a gory streak, which gives it the appearance of a macabre exclamation point. The unmarked police car is parked off the highway. Rafael and Aurora walk to the skid marks etched in the asphalt.
This is where her body was.
He stops at the maroon splotch. Aurora slowly follows behind him, a hand extended over the blood.
I'm telling you, she was dead. I closed her eyes myself.
There is a palpable darkness here. This is where the car stopped?
Yeah, the front was crumpled in like it hit a pole or a big animal or something, but there's no blood or fur or anything in the bumper.
Aurora pulls out a small leather pouch and dumps a silver chain attached to an onyx stone pendulum. She holds the pendulum by the chain from her right hand and lets it dangle above her extended left hand. The pendulum begins to move in slow, clockwise circles. Aurora tilts her head to the sky. The pendulum moves faster. As she gets close to the blood's end, it starts to swing in wide, fast circles. Suddenly, the pendulum stops in the center of the pool. It vibrates as if it's being pulled to the ground by an invisible tether. Aurora's eyes widen. Her mouth falls open. The pendulum shatters and Rafael and Aurora are sent tumbling back. Aurora holds the pendulum at eye level and runs a finger over the deep valley in the stone.
Algo malo está pasando aquí. What is going on?
Barela sits at his desk, going over his notes from Eloy's interrogation. Rafael and Aurora come in, worry lines etched in their brows.
What's she doing here?
Aurora is here to help us. She's a curandera.
Oh, what?
A spiritualist. We went to the accident site to do a reading.
You did what? I thought you were out collecting surveillance, remember? Detective shit?
Rafael spins his monitor so they can all see it and shoves a USB into the computer.
Corpses don't just disappear, Barela.
A grainy, black and white image of the Plaza Hotel blinks to life on the monitor. Across the street, the Plaza Park is motionless. Then, Liza Montoya comes into view. She She walks around the gazebo a few times and comes to a stop in front of Hermit's Nook, her back to the camera. The timestamp reads 04:10 a.m.
You didn't tell me it was Liza.
Rafael scrubs forward in the video. Liza's body sways jerkily, but she doesn't move. He stops when the timestamp reads 07:05 a.m. Suddenly, Liza springs to life, as if she just woke up. She looks around hastily, then turns and runs toward the hotel. Liza pulls a shocked Cynthia out of the vehicle. Ray leaps out of the passenger side, trips over his feet, and falls on the curb.
Holy shit.
Liza narrowly misses parked cars as she speeds away in the stolen truck.
Well, this all checks out with what Eloy told me earlier. Looks to me like she had a psychotic breakdown.
How do you explain her walking away from the wreck after what we saw?
Like I said, cockroaches.
Liza Montoya's body drags itself through the shadows of the trees. Her vertebrae pokes through her skin every other step. Blood streaks her body, pouring from various wounds. She slams her head into the side of the gazebo, which jolts a sleeping Eloy awake.
Liza?
Eloy sits up and takes in Liza's mangled body. Bits of flesh dangle from her forehead.
What did you do? Staters are...
She leaps at Eloy and grabs him by the throat. His arms flail and grasp helplessly at her hand. Liza leans in close and tightens her grip. The blood vessels in Eloy's eyes pop. Liza's body ripples like 1,000 cockroaches under her skin. Her unnaturally dilated eyes slowly recede to reveal the brown of her irises. Eloy's pupils grow double their size and consume the blue of his irises. Liza goes limp and collapses on top of him. Liza's twisted body slowly slides off Eloy. She hits the ground and splays out like a starfish. Eloy slowly stands up. He stumbles a bit, then slumps over on all fours and bounds into the night. Thank you for listening to the Unnatural audio drama. If you like what you hear and would like to support us so we can continue to bring you more great stories, then please consider donating to our website, hermitsnookproductions.com. You can also follow us on socials at Hermit's Nook. Don't forget to follow and review us wherever you listen to podcasts and spread the word. This episode of The Unnatural featured Eric Roberson as the narrator, Bettis Richardson as Barela, Jordan Roberson as Rafael, Diana Martinez as Aurora, and Rob Lee as Eloy. The Unnatural was created, written, and directed by Eric and Jordan Roberson. It was edited, mixed, and orchestrated by Curtis Paris. This episode was produced by Kayla Seidler.